Hey, welcome back to the Barn Burner Podcast. This is episode 90, if you believe it. I have a special guest. He is the talk of the town, the big man on campus, all the things you could describe somebody as, Josh Simpson.
Hey, thanks, Avery. I didn't know all that, but that's really cool that people are talking about me. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
good or bad, they're talking about you. You know,
Hey,
any publicity is good publicity, right? So
amen, brother.
you'll take it.
No,
He is newly engaged. So,
I am. It
Joshua,
feels, sorry, you were gonna say, how does it feel?
yeah, how does it feel?
Uh, Honestly, for me, it doesn't feel that much different. How about you?
I agree.
We don't have the ring, so we kind of just
th-
are the same.
yeah, we're not the women, so we can't just look down at our hand and see there's a ring there and
Yeah,
be all
not that
giddy.
I
But
didn't
yeah,
really want one, but
yeah, we're also not women, so we're not too giddy about rings and such. But um, I feel like it just nothing. I mean, it changed a little bit because obviously you have to think about more of the future and things like that.
yeah,
But our relationship's still the same for now, I guess. But except it's, I'm sure, and I could ask married people that it changes a lot once you get married, or
yeah,
once
that's a
the.
lot different. Yeah,
hmm So, but I guess that's the step in the direction of getting married. So obviously it changes just a little bit, but uh, we also bought a house, so that also adds a little
yeah.
stuff
See,
to it
I
too.
do
So
not. I don't live with my fiance, so maybe that's different.
yeah,
I think it'll be a lot better then. It'll feel different, obviously.
of course, yeah.
Yeah.
So
But for now,
um,
she's just okay still. So
yeah,
yeah,
until she's a Simpson.
yeah. If she wants to take my last name, maybe she'll hyphenate it.
Interesting. Um, got to keep the mold name going too. That's fine.
Yeah, that's okay.
Josh, what are you drinking on, man? Some diet Yahtzee or what?
Diet Nancy, baby. What about you, Diet Nancy?
Same thing. You know
Yeah,
the vibes.
I've been seeing a lot of TikToks about like soda rankings, and people are hating,
Yeah, it's
putting like diet. I don't even know diet Fanta and stuff. I'm like, there's one king, brother.
yeah. Um,
No,
I I do think the Diet Baja Blast or the Baja Blast Zero is
I
underrated.
haven't had it. Yeah, I
It's
haven't
good.
had that one.
It's good.
I've had
But
some
I've
other
only had
ones
it.
that are like they just taste so artificial. I don't know.
Yeah. The Baja Blast one, I think I've had twice. So I'm
Yeah,
not a regular, but it's good. Uh, special occasions.
yeah. I was pumped for like Diet Mug root beer,
hmm
and then I had it, and it tasted like cough syrup. So
Yeah. That's tough,
it's
man.
it's disappointing.
And W would never, or
No,
Barks.
Diet A&W is correct.
Or Barks is cracked. We've had this conversation a trillion times about Barks and
I
A&W, but
But it's not diet, is it?
no, I think they have Bark Zero. I don't think they have it around here, but I think they have it.
Oh yeah,
I've never tried it.
we get Diet Barks at the freestyle machines,
Uh huh.
like the ones you make yourself. The Diet
Yeah.
Barks vanilla,
Oh, I'm sure
that's pretty
that's
good. Yeah,
sensational. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, actually, that's a lie. I've definitely had that before because they have a freestyle at Five Guys.
Qdoba
So
and Five Guys. Yeah,
and so I'm pretty sure last fall I probably had it a little bit, but um, so yeah, we're episode 90. Jonah is with family, or was with family. He's on his way home now, but he was with family this weekend, so he would not be here.
yeah.
But he would if he could. But now he's
Up
driving
up
and
in
he has to
uh
work tomorrow.
up in Illinois.
Yep, up there.
How do you feel about
So
Illinois, Avery?
um, driven through a few times. I think the one time we drove through
Yeah.
with Jonah and Maddie,
Okay, I was thinking
I
about us, but that's cool too, I guess.
but I didn't drive that time. Uh, Like I was actually driving,
Okay. Yeah.
and so we had just got into Illinois, and it was like 6 a.m. and I'm sure I fell asleep for about 20 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't
It's
remember anything that happened. So
I don't remember much. I've never really been there, but it's pretty boring. It seems like.
I do think that Wally's gas station is there,
Correct.
if
Yeah,
I remember
that's in
correctly.
Illinois. Yeah.
So I guess that's a landmark that we've been to.
Yeah. No, that place is cool.
Yeah, it was delightful. I wanted to get a pulled pork sandwich, but then I would have had really bad acid reflux, so I just
I don't know
decided to
why that
forego.
it just cracks me up that you have such bad like acid reflux and heartburn
Yeah,
from barbecue every time.
so we had our the school put on the alumni dinner or whatever
Yeah.
yesterday last night, and my dad was there with my mom. You know, he didn't graduate from Bennington, but
Yeah.
there was barbecue there. I was like, dude, I should have brought a Meprazole. He's like, yeah, I took one this morning. I take it every morning. And I was like, so I got this from you, huh? He's like, yeah, you definitely did. So it's it's genetic, I guess. I can't escape it. So
No, you're stuck.
I'm just gonna have to take a Meprazole for the rest of my life.
It stinks because it's so good.
I, I, I enjoy it. People
Yeah,
think I
no.
don't like it.
Yeah.
I just have to stay away from it if I'm not prepared
No, see that's what I mean.
because it'll be a bad day.
You can't just randomly be like, "Hey, let's go get some barbecue," you know?
Yeah, unless I have
Unless you're
when
planned, you got to
Kylie
plan
and
it
I get
out.
married that she just packs it in her purse every time we go somewhere.
There you go.
Yeah, that's what we could
No,
do
that'll work.
because you
That'll
can get
work.
it over the counter. So, um, yeah. So, Josh, let's catch up a little bit since you've been on. I don't know how long it's been. How long has it been since you've been on?
Well, I was on with Jonah one time, just us two, and then I was on with Jonah and Jordan like a month ago.
Okay, so in the last months, what's happened apart from getting engaged?
Well, I just got engaged and I've just been chilling, man. I strained my pec, but you know, I'm
Oof.
a monster from heck. So
Did you
I've
work?
been no, I can't really work with it. It really starts to hurt when I use it.
Right, that makes sense.
Yeah. So there's
Um,
no real like light duty or anything. So it's either all in or all out, you
that yeah, it stinks.
know.
Yeah. Um, we've been
Getting
golfing a
old,
lot.
man. Yeah, we have been golfing
Before
that.
you got hurt, we were golfing quite a bit. So hopefully, in the next 30 years, when we both retire, 30, 35 years, we'll be scratch golfers. That'd be nice.
Yeah, I mean, I just have fun either way, you know.
Right.
We both been getting a lot better,
Yeah.
so that's nice. Like
Yeah. It's
never hitting the ball like 5 feet. That's pretty awesome.
yeah. We're shanking it all the directions. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been shanking it. I've been hitting it pretty straight,
Yeah.
and it's been lifting off the ground, so that feels pretty good.
Right. Once I got that first solid hit of really any club, but
Yeah,
an iron specifically, because the driver you
yeah,
can run into one,
yeah.
every once in a while, but an iron is different because you got to strike the ball the right way or it's going all sorts of crazy.
It's
So
just gonna dribble a couple feet. Yeah.
the first time I got a good iron shot, I was like, oh man,
Oh,
this
me
game's
too,
fun.
man.
Yeah,
Me too. Like I
I
got a
can deal
five
with that.
iron and I hit it like 200 yards or whatever, and I was like, this golf is legit,
Golf is
brother.
fun. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hopefully we'll do that a lot more. I mean, probably this summer we'll get together. I mean, probably in the next few weeks we'll get together and once you
yeah,
heal up and be good to go, and we'll be
yeah,
golfing and
yeah.
we'll
That's
keep you
what
guys
sucks too, is I can't. Obviously, golfing is like you're using your chest muscles a lot. So
right.
yeah,
So hopefully you heal up quick. Uh, any prayer warriors in the listening, go ahead and pray for Joshua. Um,
amen, brother. Put it in a Facebook group or something.
yeah. Um, what else? I guess we could talk about sports while we're around here, since that's what we talk about all the time when we're together. Um,
There's not a lot of sports on it now. You
we
know,
could
it
talk about how
sucks.
how bad the Royals are recently.
Uh, I wouldn't say they're bad, but they could improve.
Yeah, we need a
It's
bat
it's
bad.
well, we'll see John Rafe. Maybe he can replicate what he's doing in AAA, but that doesn't always,
Yeah,
it doesn't always compute the same. But
yeah.
he's
Tonight, not
solid.
so much. I think we're down 6-0, I believe.
I hadn't even checked, so that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it could be worse now. That was like 20 minutes ago when I checked. So who knows at this point?
I I don't think we're gonna score 6 runs, but
Yeah. And let's see what else. Uh, so this summer, um, what do we got planned on the docket? What are we gonna do? We're gonna golf, obviously. Um, maybe a few lake days every once in a while.
yeah, yeah. If anybody wants to go, hit us up.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
We
we need to fish too.
yeah. I mean, we have not done that yet, and that was a staple last
That's
year.
surprising. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll have to go out and do that. Yeah, that's crazy that we haven't. I didn't even think about that we haven't
That's
even
what's different about being engaged. I just figured it out. No free
touched a
time.
pole. I haven't touched a fishing pole in a year almost.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
See, the thing is with me, Maddie goes with me to golf, but I don't think she's gonna wanna go with us to fish.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's pretty
Uh,
boring.
I also heard a thought-provoking question. This is completely off topic from what we were just talking
Okay.
about, but I think it's a 100 grand bar. Is that what they are? The candy bars?
Yeah, the candy bar? Yeah.
Have you tried one before?
I have not. Have you?
No, but I've heard they're completely underrated. I've heard they're really good. Like it's just caramel nougat and a little bit of crunch.
That's that's a thought-provoking question.
Yeah, it's you have like the staples of like Reese's and Kit Kat and Twix and Snickers and all those, and then you have like the whatchamacallits at the bottom and things like that.
Yeah, like
That
almond joys.
yeah, well, I like almond joys, but they're not
I don't
in my
know,
top
not my
five.
favorite. Yeah, no.
But
Or like the Babe Ruths or whatever.
I like Babe Ruth too, bro.
Avery, did you know? Well, what do you think Babe Ruths are named after?
I would guess Babe Ruth.
Nope. It's after I forget which president it is, but it's after his daughter.
Oh, really?
I think it's
That's
Garfield.
interesting.
I
We'll have
think
to
it's
look that up right
Garfield.
now.
Yeah, you can
Let's look
please
that up.
fact check me on that. I think it's
I
Garfield's
don't want to
daughter,
fact check you. I just want to see
and her
see
name
like the story
was
behind it.
Ruth, I believe. I don't know about the Babe part, but
Babe Ruth candy bar origin. Wow,
I
the Baby Ruth candy bar was named after Ruth Cleveland, the daughter of President
Cleveland.
Grover Cleveland. There you go.
Yeah, Cleveland. Sorry, did I say Garfield?
Yeah, but I mean,
Okay, whatever. It seemed I got that right for the most part.
yeah, I mean the Baby Ruth is good, man. It's literally peanuts, caramel, milk chocolate, and nougat. I mean, what are we talking about?
I've never had it. Never had it.
That's a good candy bar right there, I think. I mean, I don't know about you, but
Hey, how do you feel about Milky Ways?
I like Milky Ways.
Never had it. So, I don't really
What are we
branch
doing?
out.
What are
I
we
don't
doing?
branch out. I don't even like
Um,
Snickers.
you don't. Well, Snickers is crazy because a chilled Snickers goes wild,
See, you love chilled. I don't know about chilled. Avery's always
dude.
been a frozen chocolate kind of guy. I don't know about it.
Frozen Reese's, not well, because they don't freeze. Because peanut butter, the peanut butter in there doesn't freeze. But
Yeah,
the outside, dude, the chocolate. Oh my gosh, it gets hard and it's crunches. Oh, it's great.
yeah. See, I kind of like it straight off the shelf, but I admire it.
I mean, yeah, if you get it at a gas station, you can't really chill it. But if
Yeah,
you have like some at home in a bag, like
yeah.
those Easter ones,
Or if it melts, you gotta put it in the fridge or the freezer.
yeah, exactly. And you don't have to run in that
Yeah.
issue because once you get out of the freezer, you just pop it right in, and you don't have anything on your hands. You're good.
No, you're right.
You're
Yeah.
good.
The
You're good.
Reese's with the Reese's pieces in it, elite, brother.
I prefer the
Regular.
Nutrageous myself.
I
Um,
like the outrageous. So
well, that's fine too. So
yeah,
I'm gonna branch out. Magic Spoon.
there you
I
go.
I was at Casey's today and I saw this. I think this is the first food review on the Barn Burner podcast, but I could be wrong. I'm
Is
pretty
this a
sure
protein bar or is this the Rice Krispie?
it's a protein Rice Krispie allegedly. 12 grams of
Yeah.
protein.
Okay, yeah.
Um, not the greatest ingredients ever, but
Yeah, I will say Jonah was literally talking about this like 2 weeks ago about Magic Spoon makes the best protein bars, but this isn't the bar. So I'm not
right,
gonna like if this sucks, I'm not gonna go like, hey Jonah, you're wrong.
right. All
And
right.
I've had this. I've had this one and the peanut butter chocolate version.
Let's see what we got here. So as I unveil,
This is like ASMR.
smells.
Avery, do you have nails? Do you have some like nails you can tap on it with?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, trying to see what it smells like.
Probably smells like artificial sugar.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much. Let's go ahead and give it a taste here.
You know, I will say now that you've tried it, I didn't want to hinder your thoughts, but I didn't enjoy it.
It's okay.
But I'm also really picky on protein bars, so you like them all, but
This is like the the Rice Krispies or whatever they are. I don't know if the Rice
yeah,
Krispie brand, but you know the rice pieces.
yeah,
It's almost like there's caramel on them or something.
yeah.
They're
It tastes a
caramelized.
little. To me, I can taste artificial right away,
Yeah,
so I didn't like that part. That's my least favorite part of protein bars. I can kind of get over the chalkiness, but the cough syrup taste is not my favorite. It's good in a pinch, though. It's a lot
I
better
think
than
it's
picking up
okay.
a candy bar. Yeah,
Like if I didn't want a protein bar, which I probably would just get a protein bar,
yeah,
but if I wasn't to get a protein bar, I would get one of these, and and it would do.
yeah. No, that's what I was thinking. I picked it up and I was like, I probably should have just got a protein bar, but this works.
And now, will I go to Walmart or whoever sells this and buy these? Probably not.
No, no. Yeah, I don't even know where else you'd find them.
But yeah, I mean, it's solid. It does the job.
Have you ever had the cereal?
I have not.
Yeah, I haven't either. So I didn't know what to expect.
I can't justify spending $15 on a box of cereal or whatever it
I
is.
can't. I can't either. It's like 10.
I don't even buy cereal anymore, but if I was, I would just go get some Fruity Pebbles marshmallows and call it.
No, dude. Fruity Dino Bites.
Do they have marshmallows in it?
Yeah, they have some with marshmallows.
And sure, I'll do that. Or Cinnamon
Fruity
Toast
Dino Bites.
Crunch,
I
obviously.
don't I don't like Fruity Pebbles for some reason, but I love Fruity Dino Bites. The
I
red
grew up on
bag.
Fruity Dino legendary stuff.
Me too. And Cinnamon Toast Crunch. We used to have that a
And
lot.
and Cocoa Pebbles make the
Hmm.
milk like chocolate milk. Oh yeah. So yeah, I'll finish this and then give it a rating.
Dude, I now that I think of it, we used to pound like 2,000 calories worth of cereal every morning.
Oh yeah.
Like three big bowls of cereal.
Oh, one moment. Can you hear me chewing? Is it loud?
No, it's not bad. It's like ASMR. There you go. Yeah, but I'd probably give it like a 6.5. It's
I'll
not
go up a
bad.
little bit. I'll say it's like a 7.3.
Yeah, that's fair.
Um, I mean, only because it has 12 grams of protein in it. Like if this was just a bar that was just like a snack bar and had like 2 grams of protein in it, I would say it's a 4
Yeah.
because you can get better tasting stuff for sure. But for 12
Yeah.
grams of protein, not bad, not bad at all. My favorite protein like treat, like not a bar, but is those Pop Tart look-alike
Legendary?
things.
Yeah, legendary.
Those are
Yeah,
good.
those are the best.
Those
You
are
have
really
to
good.
you have to heat them up, or else they kind of taste a little weird. But they have like a cinnamon roll. It's really good.
Right.
And one bars are okay.
I've been on the uh the Built bars, the coconut one. I love that one. I like coconut, so
Yeah, I don't. I'm pretty indifferent towards coconut.
understandable.
Yeah,
But yeah, I just like the consistency of it. It's good. It's chewy.
that's kind of the reason I never liked. Like you would always have is Almond Joy has coconut?
Hmm.
Yeah. See, I don't. I never tried it because it has coconut, so I didn't know how I'd feel about it.
Yeah. Have you tried it since or no?
No, no, I still haven't had
We'll
one.
have to get one and let you try it. Um. Oh, my question I was going to ask. We brought up cereal. I feel like there's only one right answer to this.
Okay.
When when do you stop pouring the milk?
When do you stop pouring the milk?
Uh huh. In a bowl of cereal.
So this would assume that you're going cereal then milk.
Of course.
Okay, that's what I do. I was just wondering. Some
I
people
was
don't
gonna
do
say,
that,
yeah, no, 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 no.
You know,
If
some
you,
people pour a bowl of milk and then put cereal in it.
that's not even. I mean, the only time you do that is when you just got done with the first bowl,
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, but
and you wanted more if you didn't drink all the milk.
yeah, you gotta sip the milk, brother.
Well, that's okay, but then you got to think. Okay, I'm thinking about. I had my first bowl of cereal, but I want some more. When I ate cereal, I would then put some more cereal in there, and then pour a little bit more milk in there, and then have
Yeah,
some milk at the end.
yeah,
But if
and
I
then
was just having one bowl, I'm drinking all the milk. It's gone.
you tip back and you drink a gallon of milk.
Right.
But I would probably say I usually stop when the top layer of cereal isn't covered,
See, my
and
thing
then I
is
and then I mix it.
right, right, right. My thing is, well, I guess that's a good way to look at it too. Um, my thought was when the cereal starts to rise.
Yeah, like that. Yeah. When the top little layer of cereal isn't covered and is dry,
Right.
that's when you stop.
But the milk brought it up a little bit, then that's it.
Perfect. And then you just take a scoop of it,
Yep.
and it's
And
crunchy, and some
you
of
just,
it's still dry, but the
you
milk
s-
makes it all
right,
come
you
together.
scoop towards the bottom first, of course.
Yeah.
Yep.
No worse feeling than when you're eating a bowl of cereal and then you realize you have like 3 drops of milk left.
Yeah, that's the worst. Then you just try to pour it back in the cereal
Yeah.
box the best you can with a bowl, and it usually spills everywhere. But
I'll just eat dry cereal. I don't care.
yeah, I guess it depends on the cereal. I mean, like Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Reese's Puffs, you can do that with.
Yeah,
But I'm not eating Fruity Pebbles or Fruity Dino-Bites just dry.
I will.
Respect, respect. I guess I won't say I wouldn't do it, but
But
I
you
would
didn't.
rather not.
Yeah. You haven't yet.
Right. And I don't foresee myself eating too much cereal in the near future. So
Yeah. You know, Avery, this is on the same topic as food in general, but
right.
I don't drink a lot of water. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I know.
But
He's not great.
I've got a new hack.
What is it?
It's called eat a ton of watermelon.
I mean, I guess that works.
Because I checked it up, and a medium slice is equal to a half glass of water.
So is that what you do now, or when you
That's
need
what
to
I'm
do
going
it?
to start doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Respect.
I'm just going to eat a pound of watermelon
Yeah,
two
I mean,
times a day.
I understand.
I mean, it's still not going to be a lot of water, but it'll be more than I drink now.
Right.
Yeah. Because I'm
Yeah.
like, there's some weeks I forget to drink water.
That's interesting. That's definitely interesting. Um, yeah.
Some people think it's crazy, but I don't know.
Well, I think it's a
I,
little wild. I'm not going to say it's not, but you know what? I can't do it for you. So, I mean, if you don't want to drink water, I can't make you. And you're an adult, so you can make your own decisions. You
that
know,
is true. Yeah. I eat ice. Does that count?
I'm sure yeah, that
And
adds a little.
there's water in Diet Pepsi.
There is, but the caffeine, we've talked about this before. The caffeine soaks up the water.
Well, I don't know if it soaks up the water, but
Well, it's how,
it definitely makes you pee out the water. Yes.
well, it's how caffeine is used.
Well,
It needs water to,
are you a doctor?
activate.
Because I'm not.
Okay. That's wild. Um,
Yeah,
well,
I'm gonna be hitting my water goals here pretty soon.
yeah, I mean, a lot of watermelon, a lot of ice. You'll be good to go.
Yeah.
Feeling like a new man, especially this summer, man. It's gonna get hot.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about golfing when it's 110 degrees. That sounds
Yeah,
miserable.
yeah. For me, I'm fine because I'll just have my jug with me and I'll be good.
Well, I just meant like, being all sweaty because I'm a pretty sweaty guy.
Yeah, I mean, we're all gonna sweat, but
Yeah.
I would say it's worth it myself. If I'm on the golf
No, it'll
course,
still be fun.
I'm
Like when
I'm willing to
when
sweat.
we go fishing, it's really, really humid and hot,
Yeah,
and we're soaked, and we're covered in ticks and bugs and
yeah,
grass.
and we don't care,
But it's just fun, man.
right? It's just something I don't I don't think people understand unless you're a bro. Just going out with the bros, it it just does something to you. It adds some pizzazz to your life.
Adds a little spice.
Yeah, I I don't know what it is because every time we go golf, I'm on like I'm on a high. I like I feel great. Like even fishing, we can go fishing or go sit at somebody's house and watch UFC. Once I get done, I'm on a high, man. I'm feeling good.
Mm.
I saw the boys, hung out with them, got to chop it up a little bit, talk some sports, talk some UFC if that's what we're watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just good, man. It's good
Wow.
stuff.
Wow.
It's
I'd say,
definitely underrated.
is it the best thing?
I mean, you could say that, and I wouldn't debate you.
Kylie, please don't listen to this episode.
I said you could say that.
Okay. You said you said you wouldn't debate me.
Yeah, because you have your own opinion.
Hey, Maddie, I'm on cloud nine after hanging out with you too.
No. Stop. You're not doing that to me. As am
That's what
I.
I did. I just
A-
did it.
As am I. But I don't know. It's just something about the fellas, man.
Yeah, no, you're right. Just you could do literally anything. Well, same with okay. I can hang out and do anything with my fiance, and it's a great time.
Right. But
And
it's
also, I can hang out with my friends and do anything, and it's a great time.
right. Okay, I'll stop because we're
No,
gonna
I'm
get
done.
incriminated.
I
We're
was
gonna get
clarifying
incriminated.
because I know I'm gonna get like a 10-minute phone call where she's probably gonna beat me up or something. So
All
I
right,
gotta
we'll
be
stop
careful.
digging your hole then. We'll stop. We'll stop digging your hole.
You dug yours, so
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll talk to her after this. We'll see what goes on. I'll conversate with her.
okay, good.
Um. Well, for me, today has been a really solid day. All things considered. I got to go out. I walked Penny a little bit on this Memorial Day. Uh, Light sprinkle. If it didn't rain last night, today would have been a great day to golf because it was a light sprinkle all day.
Yeah,
Not too cold. You put some pants on, put a jacket on, it'd be glorious.
yeah. I was
Um,
gonna talk about that too. The fact that Kansas is turning into Seattle for some reason. It rains every day.
recently, yes. I saw Osage Lake or something like that is up like 3 billion gallons, I think, or something like that.
I think it was Cheney Lake.
Cheney Lake,
Yeah,
3 billion gallons.
which is only 5 inches of water.
But that's a lot.
I mean, it is, but they need like another 90 inches of water.
Okay, Josh. Well, I'm sorry for looking
I'm
at the
just
glass
saying.
half full. I'm sorry.
See, I was looking at it that way too, and then I read the comments, and people are like, "This is just a drop in the bucket."
Well,
I was like, "Well, I don't know what you want me to do. I can't make it rain."
I'm sorry, Cheney community, but we're trying to support you guys, and you guys don't want it.
Yeah,
So
just live somewhere else. Cheney Lake. I've never been there, so
me either. I can't say I have been.
live somewhere else.
But K-State basketball. We'll bring up some sports because we have to. Um, Landed a commitment from PJ Haggerty, and it's been in the works for a week or so. I'm sure it's been in the works longer, but we've heard about it
Yeah,
for the last 4 or 5 days, and it feels good, man. The outlook on the team. I won't lie to you, man. I was down and out on Jerome Tang. I mean, I'm not back all the way, but it's looking more promising than it was a month ago.
yeah. You were like Jerome Tang's #1 fan there for a little bit, and
Yeah,
then
because he
last
got
couple years you've really switched up a little bit. But I
and
understand why.
and
It's his
rightfully
job
so.
to make you continue to be a truther.
And rightfully so. I can't rock with him if you miss tournaments 2 years in a row. I can't.
Yeah, he had a lot of talent. It just didn't come together.
Like we're not Sam Houston State where we make the tournament every 20 years or whatever. But sorry, Sam Houston State fans, if you're listening, but you just got
Man,
to be realistic. I mean, you're in the Big 12. The top 10 teams usually make it into the tournament. Top 8.
so how
So
many teams are in the Big 12 now? 14?
14? No, 16. 16
16?
or 14.
Goodness. They're gonna have to change the name.
Anyway, but regardless, you, you have to field a roster and players on the court that bring fans in to want to watch or to watch on TV or whatever. You have
Got
to.
some good games.
I agree, but I watched most of the games this season, and it was the offense was non-existent because we didn't have guys who could go get a bucket.
That's hard. Yeah, we had the
Yeah,
same thing.
it's hard to
Yeah,
watch. Uh,
we'd have
We've
we'd have a
we've
big
been
win, and then we just lose games that you just can't lose.
right. We've been good defensively the whole time he's been here. The Elite Eight run, we were good defensively, but we had Marquise Noel and Keontae Johnson, who were dudes. They were really good. So that
Yeah,
helped Jerome Tang. So after that year, I was like, okay. So just imagine with some high school recruiting what this guy could do and some more continuity with the roster. And then that summer, I think we brought two or three guys back from that roster. So,
and it
I
just didn't
mean,
pan out.
no, it didn't. And this year, the makeup of the team last year, I wasn't a huge fan of. I was still supportive because I like the quality of guys that we got, but the on court, it didn't mesh well.
Yeah,
So
you would have made the tournament if you kept Arthur Kaluma.
I agree. Or Cam Carter would have been nice too. He could stay for his last 2 years at K State. But
Yeah, Coleman Hawkins would have been good with Arthur Kaluma and Cam Carter.
yeah, so we'll talk about that for a second. I think Coleman Hawkins was as advertised.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah, I think his all points, rebounds, and assists went up this year
Yeah,
compared to what he had before. Now I understand he played with like Terrence Shannon Jr. and all those guys at Illinois. Kylan Boswell, did he play there, or
I
did he
don't
come after?
remember. I
From
try to pay
Minnesota.
attention to college basketball now, but it's crazy.
But anyway, and Tang finally went the Euro route because with the NIL stuff, you're going to run into a lot of troubles trying to recruit high school kids because they're asking for the same amount that you know PJ Haggerty or guys like that. You know,
NBA players are making, brother.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I
It's
mean,
crazy.
there's freshmen making 3 mil, 2.5 mil, and they're 18, 17, 18 years old, and no proven production at the, the high D1 level. And you'd rather take a flyer on a guy who's in the mid majors that was going off at the mid majors. You'd rather pay them the money. And so all the
Yeah,
teams are
mine.
doing that. Do
We
what?
just got some guys, some Euro guys. Sean
Yeah, that's what
Miller's a
I'm.
Euro guy, man.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And Jerome Tang, he has ends there. Like he has people that he knows that he could have dipped into that before.
Yeah,
But though we have one, but one's apparently committed, and one, it's not. He hasn't released it yet that he's committed.
yeah.
I, I'm going as if he is committed. So we'd have two Euros, and they've both played in the Euro League a certain amount. They don't play a lot because obviously they're too young. And the Euro League's like the second best league in the world. So,
hmm
but when they play, they're not sticking out like a sore thumb. And the levels that they play at, apart from the Euro League, like the B League level almost, that's like what college basketball would be. Those are grown men, playing basketball there, and they're playing well there, and they don't cost as much. They might cost as much as they're the high level guys that are going to be draft picks, but they can't go to the draft yet. But most of those guys are really skilled and really talented. They just they don't. The only thing you have to worry about is their contract buyout with their pro team,
hmm
and then paying them like $1 million on top of that, whatever it is.
Yeah, some don't
And
even make that.
that's what I'm saying. And so, why not go that route if you're going to have high schoolers that have played high school kids their the last 4 years instead of going to Euro, which are high school age kids, but they play against pros. So why wouldn't you just
Yeah,
do that
no,
all
I
the time?
agree. Yeah,
Like Arizona's been doing that for years and it's worked. Gonzaga's been doing that for years and it worked.
Sean
I,
Miller.
Illinois recently, I mean, they have two draft picks that are going to be both Euro guys, and then Will Riley as well, but he's not Euro. But
How about Purdue, man? They bring 9 foot guys from Greece and stuff over, and then they eat.
well, I mean, and they're because they know what they want, they know what they like, and I think that's the
Yeah,
problem with Jerome Tang. Like with what he had with Marquise Noel and Keontae Johnson, he got gift wrap Keontae Johnson. I won't lie to you. That wasn't a recruiting win. That was just he wasn't cleared by anybody else.
and yeah,
And the
and
two
he just
doctors he
happened to
went
end up
with,
there.
yeah, the two doctors he went with in August or July were like, I mean, I think he can play. I mean, I'm 90% sure he can play. So they took the flyer on it and it ended up working.
Yeah.
But after that, it was just like they were playing catch up. They didn't have any high school recruiting because it's just bad. You have to know what you want to do before the season even starts for the next year. So like for
Hmm.
2025, 2026, Jerome Tang and all the other head coaches in Division One basketball have to know what they want to do for the coming year, or else you're toast. You're going to end up with two guys on your roster, and one of them you didn't even want to keep, and you're
See,
going to
I
have to
think
do the
that's the
same.
problem with the transfer market. You get all these big name guys, and they're the position you need, but they just don't gel.
Well, yeah, because you're thinking about a dollar value and the premium of players, but you're not thinking
Yeah.
about the on-court result. Like you're just putting a roster on paper.
No, I
But
agree. Yeah.
most of these coaches, and you see the good coaches that can, adapt to it. Like I'm not a big John Calipari fan, but he put together a pretty good roster last year. He recruited well, high school, Boogie
They
Fland,
did. They did pretty well.
yeah. But he brought in guys that were, I mean, not all of them were big ticket names, not, but he brought in guys that were proven winners. They also have a butt ton of money to throw around, so that helps.
That's fair.
But he did that the right way by putting together a roster with a plan, not just I like this guy because he's the 15th best transfer in the nation, and he's the only one left, so let's pay him all that money. I think that was the Coleman Hawkins thing. Like we could have spent our money earlier if we could have attacked what we wanted to before. I'm not opposed to Coleman Hawkins being at K State. I thought he had a solid year, but his supporting cast wasn't good enough for him. He needs a lead guard to be with him, and then maybe some guys that can score off the ball. But we didn't have that. We had a lead guard, but he was so inconsistent it just didn't work out. And so
Yeah.
it looked bad on Coleman Hawkins. But I mean, this year, if he would be in the transfer portal, he would have got $2 million or more because he got $2 million last year. He would get the exact same thing or more this year because there was guys when the portal first opened that got $3 to $4 million right off the bat and
Crazy.
left because with revenue sharing and things like that, the money's just going up until they do something with revenue sharing. Same with football. All these transfer guys are getting $2 to $3 million this year because of revenue sharing. But once revenue sharing leaves, they won't be able to fork over that much money.
Yeah, I like what we're doing. We're not really paying a lot of transfer portal guys. We have to pay the high schoolers, but we're finding good high school recruits, and they're just working out.
That's what I'm saying. And you just got to. The biggest thing is what you want to do. And I will say I do feel bad for coaches because they're put in a horrible spot because
Man, that would be a crappy job.
They're recruiting 24/7. Like once the high school recruiting period ends, you're recruiting your team again.
Yeah.
And then you're recruiting the portal in the spring. And then during the spring, you're recruiting your team as well. And then during the whole season, you're re-recruiting your players. The whole season. It's week 5. You're still re-recruiting your players.
It's crazy.
And you
man.
just hope after bowl season ends that they don't pick up on a deal that's more than what you can give. And so
I see why some of these guys are getting out while they can.
And like the mid-major coaches, they're getting poached all the time. Like the Matthew Driscoll, who we just hired from North Florida, he was fielding good rosters all the time. I mean, Chaz Lanier, who went to Tennessee last year, I think he won Newcomer of the Year in the SEC. He was at North Florida. I mean, he would have stayed if they had the money, but they don't. So he got 5 times what he got at North Florida to go to Tennessee. And then they had 2 transfers this year who went to Indiana. So it's like, if I'm a mid-major coach, I'm trying to move up or leave, or just stop coaching in general, or go be an associate head coach and get paid more to do less. So
Yeah, it's definitely tough. I mean, like you said, like even like Auburn. I mean, they were in the national championship game. 6 or 7 players transferred. What do you
right.
have to do to keep these guys?
And Florida, we can do Florida too. Florida had their starting 2 guard, who would have been the guy next year, probably one of the guys next year.
And he's gone. Yeah.
A week after the national championship, he transferred out. He hit the portal.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I think
they'd rather have the money than have a good amount of money and win. I don't know.
But my thing is, at Florida, they're probably giving him the same amount of money, or maybe close.
Well, maybe in that situation, it's just that he wants to be closer to family or something. But a lot of these guys, like there's guys who are going to 6 or 7 schools now.
Yeah,
That guy who played for Auburn, he went to like 5 schools,
right,
and he transferred again.
right. Where's he at now?
I don't remember where he went, but I don't think they're going to give him that
USC,
much
I
more
think.
money than Auburn.
He went to USC. But yeah, it's just they got to get it fixed because it's just going to ruin all sports and all the way across the board.
Yeah, I have no plan on how to fix it, but they do have to do something because these coaches are just going to start quitting.
I
I
have a few
mean,
propositions. Cancel the spring window first of all in football. Cancel it.
okay,
If you don't want to transfer, or sorry, if you want to transfer in the summer, or transfer, right after the season. If you don't like what you did and you don't like the outlook for what you have coming up, transfer during the winter time. Do
okay.
whatever you got to do to fix that first.
Yeah, they
Um,
can't even have spring training games or
yeah,
or spring games because they're getting poached from just watching film.
yeah, and so
Crazy.
that thing is one. The roster limit is stupid. I don't know why they even tried that. The roster limit's so dumb because for teams like K State, we we've produced a whole bunch of walk-ons that aren't even maybe this year the walk-ons won't turn out to be all Big 12 players, all American players, but we've had that in the past for as long as I can remember. We've had walk-on guys be studs because they want to come to K State. They want to be developed at K State, like local guys.
Yeah,
Now we can't do that with. Is that 105 now? Is that what it is? Is that the roster limit?
something like that. Yeah.
105. It'd be hard to field a roster because you go on the road, you can't take 105 with you.
hmm
So it's hard to field a roster and then have a practice team to even go against. And you have some injuries, go on during the season. Now you can't practice O line versus D line. You have to do half line stuff, like we're playing, 8-man football or something.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, I don't get it
Um,
either.
and then, I mean, you could add a salary cap for like like the Big Ten, the SEC, the ACC, and the Big 12. You could add a salary cap for them, a certain salary, and then you could do for like the lower level, like the other, you know, lower level D1 teams. You can add a salary cap for them. I mean, that might need some refinement, but and then one thing to me is just the fact of the transfer limit. Like, say you can give them one transfer. You can transfer one time without penalty, but the second time you transfer, you have to sit out for a year.
Something, man. These guys are transferring 4 times.
That's what I would do. You
Six
transfer
years
one
of
time,
football, you transferred. You played for 4 teams.
yeah. You transfer one time, you have to sit. You can play. The second time you transfer, you have to sit out a year. Okay, but that disregards grad transfers. I think grad transfers can just transfer, wherever they want because it's their last year.
Yeah.
But if you're a freshman and you transfer twice already, you're cooked, brother. I'm sorry, you have to sit out for a year. And if you don't have a
Yeah,
red
I
shirt, you
just
got to
don't
burn
get
a
it,
year.
man.
I just don't think the NCAA cares. I think they just want money and like the roster limit. You will find 0 Division One coaches that agree with that roster limit choice. 0. I've heard 15 of them from different schools because when the roster limit came out, I watched a lot of videos on what coaches were thinking. Chris Kleiman specifically was saying this is the worst thing that the NCAA has ever done because most of these kids would be on a team and they want to play at K-State or your favorite school at Texas or name another school. They want to play at those schools because they're from the area or they like the brand or whatever. But they had chances to go elsewhere, like lower level teams, but they want to play at Texas or K-State or, name the school because they want to be at that school. They want to be in the culture. They want to do all the stuff that school has to offer. Now they can't because they're not a part of the 105.
Yeah.
So now they got to leave the program that they wanted to go to, not on their own will, but the coaches that they don't even want to cut the players, but they have to because the roster limit.
Yeah, a lot of those guys just want to like help other guys get better,
Yeah.
Like you said,
Or
they just want
yeah.
to be practice squad guys for their team. They
Or
grew up they grew up
right.
liking K-State and they just want to be a practice squad guy.
And that's what I'm saying. And maybe, who knows, by your senior year, you might see some tick. You might see
You might see a
some
couple
snaps.
minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they won't have to. And the stupid thing is they invoked the roster limit, but then like a week before, they went to a court meeting and then changed it all and said we might not even have the roster limit. And by that time, all these kids that got cut have already signed with other schools because
Yeah.
they still want to play football. They're not just going to sit there and the NCAA has got to get it figured out. That's the biggest thing for me.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing, man. I mean, like you said, I don't think they care, but something's got to give.
Yeah, because you're just going to have coaches that are older. Like I wouldn't be surprised if Chris Kleiman leaves in the next
I
three or
know
four
you
years.
said that you thought he was going to retire here pretty soon.
I would not be surprised because I wouldn't want to coach, especially if I'm older. I would
Yeah, a
not
lot
want
of
to
those
coach.
guys. I mean, he's got money. He's good to go. You know, he could retire
But
financially,
he loves
but he's
coaching.
doing it for the love of the game.
Yeah,
But it's not going to be the love of the game pretty soon when college football completely changes.
yeah. I mean,
And college basketball. College basketball might be worse.
it's the same idea.
Yeah.
You have to invoke all those rules that I stated. I mean, you could change them however you want, but
We'll just go with what you got.
if you invoke that, that changes it completely. That doesn't fix it per se, but that changes a
Mhm.
whole lot of stuff. So once you, but I'm sure I'm not the only one that's saying these things. Like I'm sure there's people that are higher up than me that have better ideas that they've pitched to the NCAA, but they don't care. They're like, I don't know if that's going to work or whatever they say to them.
Yeah. No, the NCAA is. One could argue it might be the worst run company known to man.
And it sucks because I enjoy college sports wholeheartedly. I love it. I've always loved college football and I've
Me
loved
too.
college basketball for my whole life. And the only thing I'm going to be able to watch now is football or the NFL, UFC, and baseball. That's it. That's all I'm going to be able to watch now.
Not the NBA.
I'm not a huge fan of the NBA either. It sucks too. It's not well run as well. But
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that too. NBA used to be one of the top sports, and now it's tough to watch.
and so I just
Money's getting in the way of everything.
but they've had this type of money the whole time. Like the NBA,
They've had more money, yeah,
the the NBA apart from this year, they've probably had more money. They probably had this amount of
every
money
year, yeah.
for 20 years. Easy.
No, I agree. I don't know. I don't understand why things are changing, but
I I think they're
it's
just
becoming unwatchable.
yeah, I just think they're trying to like monopolize it almost. Um and it's just confusing to me. I don't get it. If you're not in the Big 10 or the SEC or any of these other Power 4 programs, but I would say the Big 10 and the SEC, I mean, the higher ups are just trying to cut out everybody else. Really.
Yeah, yeah.
Which I
Soon there'll
understand
be about four
because
conferences.
the Big 10 and the SEC are the cash cows. They bring in all the money for the NCAA, which I understand. I'm not stupid. But at the expense of what? You're going to have the SEC with 30 teams in the next 20 years, and the Big Ten is going to have 30 as well. And then it's just
Yeah.
going to be a stupid super conference that nobody wants to watch because your favorite team is K-State would play Texas once every 7 years or 8 years
Yeah.
and be in
Well,
the
as
same
of right
conference.
now, we're not going to play each other ever.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But in the super conference era, which I think is where it could go next, we're in the same conference, but we don't see each other for 8, 9 years.
Yeah.
That doesn't make
I think
sense.
it's going that way too. It's looking like it's going to be like 3, 4 conferences that just have 25 teams in them.
It's just stupid because then you're going to run into a lot of tiebreakers and stupid crap like that, and nobody wants to watch that. I mean, if you're going to do anything, just expand the college football playoff field, and don't worry about the
Well, they're
conferences.
trying to. They're trying to.
That's one thing I could get behind. That's the one thing that
Did you see
NCAA.
that they it's not like by conferences anymore. Your seed is your seed.
Right.
Like if the best 4 teams in the country are the top 4 seeds, even if they're
Right.
all in the same conference,
Yeah.
which wouldn't
Which
happen. But
I mean, it's more often than not, the top 5 teams are going to be. If you have 5 teams in the top 5, 3 of them are going to be SEC, or 2, I would say 2 SEC, 2 Big Ten, and then 1 outlier is what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Which it's fine with me. I understand. Like I said, the Big Ten and SEC are the cash cows of NCAA, and I understand that. But I think it's been set up that way, in my opinion. But you can't really change that part of it. Yeah. Nobody from the NCAA is listening to this, so we're just yapping on for no reason. But I feel like I'm passionate about this because I care about college sports, and it helped mold me as an individual. I watched them all the time growing up, and it's just been put to crap, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, no,
Just
college
fires me up.
football. College football. If you didn't grow up with college football, you wouldn't understand. Because
Yeah.
no better feeling than watching college football all day.
Dude,
And I would even say prime college basketball, no better feeling.
I will remember, we'll talk college football first. I would remember on a Saturday morning, dude, you wake up, you got done with school for the week. Dude, you're feeling sensational. You get up, mom makes some breakfast or something, you have breakfast, and then you crack on college game day at 10 or 11. And you're waiting for the noon games to start. You're like, okay, who's playing at noon? All right. Okay, there's a Big Ten game going on. If I wanted to watch a snooze fest, I'll watch that. And then there's some MAC team playing at noon or something. You're like, oh my gosh, some action at noon? Let's play. Let's do it.
Action on Thursdays. I'm a Thursday and Friday and Saturday and Sunday kind of guy.
Yeah, I agree. And but to me, it was just special on Saturday. And then
no, I understand.
And then when I was younger, I would go to the high school games on Tuesdays, and then you have a Tuesday Big 12 game, and you're just like, oh my gosh, this is great. You listen on the radio until you get home, then you watch the rest of it on the TV.
Yeah.
Man, it was just a great time. I'm still going to watch, unfortunately. They already have me hooked.
Yeah, I can't get away, but
I would like a better result.
As of right now, I like it, but I don't know about in 5 years from now.
Yeah, I guess you could say that too, because I'm the same way with the NBA. I watch it because I love basketball, but the product, it's not great.
I find it hard to watch. I haven't even watched the playoffs.
I haven't watched a snap, not one snap of the playoffs. Not one.
Even I see it on Twitter and stuff, but I have not watched, the Knicks versus the Pacers and nothing.
Haven't
watched any of it. Even the Lakers, I don't think I watched but maybe a game.
I think I watched 2 games of that series. I
just knew it wasn't good for us.
Yeah. And this sounds bad because we're Lakers fans and we sound just bitter. But even throughout the season, I didn't even enjoy watching it.
No, me neither. It's just
I watched
it's not what it used to be.
Because I'm a fan. I didn't watch all 82 games, but I watched probably 35 full games.
I watched 20, and it just didn't feel the same.
But yeah, I don't know what it is. Maybe we're getting older or turning into Scrooges or something. But I think it's the fact that the product is not as good as it once was. But we can chalk it up to us being Scrooges. Yeah, that's fine. I'll take that. It's fine with me.
Yeah. I know. I think it is both of those. They just don't try as hard as they used to.
Yeah.
You can tell when they turn it on, but can they just keep it on?
Yeah. And then it's the era of load management and people not playing, so.
That's what I mean.
Again,
these guys just aren't
I understand to a certain extent. You got to keep your career valuable and things like that, but
that's the point of load managing a guy who's going to be hurt anyways.
I agree.
Kawhi's hurt 4 out of the 6 months that the NBA is going on.
All right.
Not 6 months, but you understand what I'm saying.
Most of the time,
he's hurt. He's hurt anyways. Let him play.
Yeah. So after
not just Kawhi either.
So after that rant, I'm sure people enjoy sports in this podcast. We just usually don't talk about it.
If you're listening, you probably do.
But yeah, I mean, sports mean a lot to me. So I just figured I talk about it outside of the podcast quite often. And so I figured today with you on the pod, that's what we usually talk about anyway. So
yeah, no, I agree.
On a day-to-day.
Been watching golf lately, though. That's pretty fun to watch.
Golf is fun to watch. I will agree.
Golf there's not a lot of politics to golf. But,
no.
Well, I mean, there probably is behind the scenes, but
you don't see
not
it.
that I know of. So it's pretty pure to me. It's just guys just hitting the golf balls.
I guess we could talk about some movies. that I've watched recently before we end up the pod here
Go ahead.
for about 10 minutes or so. Recently, I don't know, in the past 2 or 3 months, I've watched a lot more movies than I have before. I mean, when I was younger, I watched a
Mhm.
lot of movies on DVD or whatever. Um, but just scrolling through Netflix and just finding a good movie to watch. Um, Kylie and I watched A Man Called Otto with
With Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks. That's not a bad one. I thought it was pretty good.
Mhm.
Pretty good little show there. Um, Obviously the
That's a
Dune.
liberal sissy movie.
It really is. It really is.
Yeah.
But it was a good storyline, if that makes
hmm
sense.
No, I agree.
And then I watched the Dune movies recently. The new Dune movies. I like those. Those were good. Sicario. Have you seen Sicario before?
I've heard of it. I just haven't gotten to watch it, but I
You
heard it's a great
you
movie.
better watch it tonight, brother.
Yeah, I will.
It's it's sensational. There's two. I think the second one's okay, but the first
Yeah,
one's
I
the
heard
best one.
I think there's three.
Oh, there's a new one. Okay, yeah.
Newish. Couple
I
years, maybe year and a half.
the first one was very, very, very good. The second one
Yeah,
was pretty good. I mean, it wasn't bad, but you can only do so much with a story. So you just added on, and it seemed like it was just extra.
it's a money grab.
Yeah. And then, well, I've talked about, I don't know if I talked about it on the podcast, but I watched Interstellar about a month and a half ago. That's one of my
There you
favorite
go.
movies of all time,
It's
easily.
a great movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, and I would put the Dune movies up there too. I love that. The production value in that was great. I loved it. It made a flight. I don't dislike flying, but it's not the most fun thing to me because I'm cramped up. My lower back hurts. But it made it enjoyable for me. It really did. I had a good flight watching those movies, so that was nice.
No, I agree about the flight part.
Yeah, it's just not fun.
Y-
It's really not fun.
Not for me. It's not. I'm a little too tall and big.
Yeah,
It's not. It's made for like a 5'5", 120 pound person.
that would probably be glorious. You have so much leg
I
room,
mean,
and
you'd be like, man, I feel great. I got so much room, legs, body, my shoulders. I just feel good, but
yeah,
not for us
no,
or to anyone that's
I'm
even
not
a
even.
little bit big.
I'm not even tall. I'm not even that tall.
Well, you're taller than the normal person
Yeah,
who
which
goes onto a plane.
yeah, which I understand. Uh,
120 pound woman, or even like 95 pounds, that seat is like a bed.
I agree. And just like the problem with the bags and things like that, you have to shove your bag up under, and if it's
Oh man,
protruding a little bit, you can't move your feet, you can't stretch your legs out. It's just horrible.
it's terrible. I
And
completely agree. Yeah, you couldn't be speaking my language anymore.
but surprisingly, Dune made me enjoy that flight strictly because I just focused on the movie and I didn't think about anything else. And if I wanted to stretch, I would just say I need to go to the bathroom.
Yeah,
That's what I would do.
I think I watched. I watched Kicking and Screaming
Of course, dude, that's a
on the
legendary
plane,
movie.
and then on the way back, I think I watched Over the Hedge. So
Great movie as well.
I mean,
That's good
I was
stuff.
batting 100%.
Did you play that video game ever?
No, I never
Dude,
played the
Over the
video
Hedge,
game.
the video game was cracked. They had golf in it. They had like mini golf.
Really?
Yeah. I'll have to look
I
that
heard
up and
about
show
it.
you.
It was on like PS2, right?
PS2, yep. I rented it a few
Yeah.
times. More than once. I went to the
From
Red Box.
Hollywood
I was
Video?
like, bro.
Oh, Redbox. Okay.
Went to the Red Box, like, I need this Over the Hedge game bad. And so I got it
So
again.
fun. Should have
Yeah.
just bought it.
I should have. I just didn't think I'd play it that much, and I probably wouldn't have. But it
Yeah,
was just
probably
like one of
not.
those
But
times where it's like a niche, you know, you want to play a new game. But
the
yeah,
movie's cracked.
it really is. It really is. Is there any new movies you've watched recently that you enjoyed or new to you?
Not really, to be honest. I haven't been watching many movies. I can't think of any. I will say Interstellar is a great movie. I could
Oh
watch
man,
that whenever.
if you haven't watched that, set aside 2.5 hours of your time and watch it.
Yeah, set aside 4.5 hours and get to watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just I started Tombstone the other night. Obviously, I've seen that, but just reminds me of how good of a movie that is.
I've never seen it. I'll have to watch it. I've never seen
There you
Tombstone.
go. Put that on the list, Avery.
Yeah.
That's a great movie.
Trying to think of what else I've watched. I just like
It's not
war.
like the greatest movie ever, but
I like war movies, so I watched this Nuremberg trial uh,
Mhm.
documentary. That's what I meant to say. I about said docu-series, but I guess it is a series. So it
yeah.
is a docu-series. But it was really good. It was really good. It went from like the
hmm
trials to what was happening in the war, and then back to the trials. So it was not just one. You know, it was put together well. I thought I was really intrigued the whole
Do
time.
you have HBO?
I don't. I'm not rich,
Maybe
so
Netflix?
I do have Netflix.
There you go. I think Band of Brothers is on there. You should watch that.
I've watched the whole thing. I watched it 2 winter breaks ago at school. I
Oh, okay.
I try harded the whole thing in like 3 days. I watched the whole thing.
Did you like it?
Oh, I loved it, dude. I love war stuff. I love history. Oh man, it just I had some coffee with me, just sitting in the couch. Nobody was home. This is when I was at my parents'. So they were at work. Jackson was probably downstairs, so I was just posted up upstairs watching it. It's great.
It's a great show.
Yeah, I love that show.
Now you just got to watch Game of Thrones.
I see. I've watched like 2 seasons of Game of Thrones. I'm just not good at sticking with shows. Like if I can't binge it in one go, I forget about it. I don't know why that's me, but that's just how I do it.
You just hate greatness. That's fine.
I guess, bro. Whatever. You know what? Get off my podcast. No, I'm just kidding. Um. So yeah, we'll just wrap it up there unless you have something else that you want to add. Well,
No,
while
just
you're on
I
here.
hope everybody has a good week and get out there and golf.
Yeah, if it's not
Go
too
out and
wet
do
out
something,
there.
man.
Yeah.
Just
Uh,
go for a walk.
yeah. A walk is nice. Today was a nice walk because Penny and I went on a
Yeah.
walk. It was great. Wasn't
I
too
was driving
cold.
home from Topeka. It was pouring rain the entire drive, but besides that, it's pretty nice out today.
When we walked, it was just sprinkling, so it was nice. Like it was a light sprinkle, a little chilly. So I just threw on a sweatshirt, had some sweats on. It was great. It's awesome.
Yeah, sweatshirt and pants type
Throw
of
on a
weather is
YouTube
some of the best weather.
video or something. Maybe some Bob Does Sports.
Yeah, Bob Does Sports. Yep.
Dude, those videos are good, man. Those are good videos.
Yeah,
They're a
I
funny
enjoy
crowd.
watching those. And like, I like to watch Bryson DeChambeau
Yeah.
play some golf.
Good is not bad either. I'm not I like Good as well.
Yeah, I haven't really watched their stuff. I'm sure
Yeah.
Jonah knows about it.
I just knew Bob from Instagram. He had like, the Chicken Caesar wrap
Yeah,
videos and all that stuff, the haircut videos.
yeah. I used to watch him do like the, heckle the golfers and stuff.
Yeah.
Not really heckling, but just be like, "Hey, how's it going today?" and stuff.
Yeah, I didn't know he had a YouTube until Trent said something about it, but then it popped up like a
Mhm.
week after. It popped up on my For You or my, on YouTube. So I was like, oh shoot, I'll watch
Yeah,
it.
I don't know about you, but I haven't checked up a YouTube video in years. They all just pop up in front of me.
And then I just right there.
I click on it, and like sometimes I'm like, I don't even like any of these videos.
Yeah.
So I try and change my algorithm around, but
Right. For,
I just
For me,
stick with
it's-
what they give me.
for me, it's pretty fine tuned. Like it has like the K-State stuff that I want to watch. It's got golfing stuff.
Mhm.
It's got some history on it. It's got maybe some MLB The Show, a little bit of that. So pretty
Yeah.
simple stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll wrap it up there. Episode 90, a little change of pace here. No games this time, but just some good chats. I think it's what it was today. So,
Absolutely.
Joshua, you have a great week, sir. I'm sure I'll be in touch and might even see you. Who knows?
I'm sure.
But those
Probably
who are
will.
listening, those who are listening, thank you for listening. Feel free to leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, pardon me, or Spotify, and reach out to us on our
Subscribe
socials.
to the YouTube.
Subscribe to the YouTube as well. Our full videos, our full video and audio are on YouTube. So if you're on, Apple Podcasts, you don't get the video part. I'm not sure if you want to see us, but if you do, YouTube's your place to be.
Mhm.
Also, let's think here. Feel free to message Josh too and see how he did and congratulate him on his engagement. All those things. What's your username, Joshua, on Instagram?
I think it's Joshua Simpson.
At Joshua Simpson. Just type
Yeah.
in Josh and I'm sure it pops up.
It'll say followed by Avery and stuff.
Yeah.
So
And the Barn Burner Pod page, I'm pretty sure. So
yeah, everybody.
feel free to reach out to Josh. Congratulate him on his engagement. anything really, that's nice. Don't be rude to him, or we'll find you.
Yeah.
So yeah, thank you guys for listening. Jonah couldn't be here this week, but we'll be on next week with a regularly scheduled program.
Program.
All right,
Yeah.
y'all. We'll see you.
All right. Bye.